A coroner's jury looking into the death of a man in Victoria police custody is about to make recommendations that could fix the system that some say failed a Victoria man. Kevin Vigar died June 27th of last year, just hours after he was arrested for being drunk in public. Over the past 3 days, the jury has heard from many witnesses who say there is a disconnect between the medical system and law enforcement, and they say something needs to be done. A-News reporter Astrid Brownschmidt has been following the testimony. She joins us now.
Well, Eric, as we await the recommendations from the jury, which we understand could come any minute now, people who have watched the inquest closely are weighing in and remembering someone who they believe simply slipped through the cracks. Before he died in police custody June 27, 2009, Kevin Vigar had frequented the VIHA-run Sobering and Assessment Center on Pembroke Street. In fact, he had been there just 8 days before his death. Bob McKechnie testified that Vigar had been in good standing with the center on the many occasions he checked in between 2004 and 2009. On the last day of the inquest, the coroner's jury also heard briefly from Kevin's emotional brother, Richard. After 3 days of testimony, the disconnect between the medical system and law enforcement is a glaring issue. As jurors were charged, presiding coroner Shane Demeyer noted that it was unclear which agency should have been responsible for assessing Vigar's medical condition in the hours before his death. Now the jury decides what, if any, recommendations can be made so another severely intoxicated person does not die in police cells. At the Mustard Seed Food Bank, where Vigar volunteered, staff feel some responsibility for the systemic breakdown.
It kind of makes me think that maybe we should be reevaluating our whole process here at the Mustard Seed as well. If we bring in people that suffer from some form of substance abuse, maybe we're going to have to do a reevaluation.
Forever known at the food bank as a man with a good heart, friend and colleague Brent Donovan wonders if anything could have been done to save Vigar's life when his blood alcohol level was 6 times the legal limit.
There's no way anyone could have known, I'm sure, that this was his time to go, or what he'd ingested before he arrived, or whatever have you. There's probably virtually no way to find that out. But he'd be very missed here.
He may be missed, but the people who knew him well hope Kevin Vigar won't be forgotten. His friend offers this recommendation.
I think Kevin's law would be simply this, that anyone that's in an intoxicated, unconscious state, there should be automatic, mandatory medical assessment done. And that's not too much to ask for. It could save a life.
Now, the coroner's jury has been behind closed doors since about 1:30 this afternoon. They have not yet released their recommendations. A-News is at the courthouse, and we will bring you the jury's recommendations tonight at 11. Eric?
Astrid Brownschmidt reporting. Thank you, Astrid.
You're welcome.